whatever. I was gonna say and stuff, but I'm like, don't say stuff. I just laughed. Okay. Yeah. I grew up, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, duh. Gotta piece this all together. My brain is literally starting to hurt. My name is Berklie Shepherd. I have 2 little sisters named Reese and Jensen. My mom is Chelsea and my dad is Josh, and I grew up in a very religious family. I grew up going to Canyons Church, and it's really the only church that I remember. So I went to Sunday school for my whole life, and I remember going to Wombaland at Canyons and then Up Street and just being like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, like wanting to be on stage one day. And then eventually I got to help teach Wombaland at our church with my mom. I feel like when I was little, it's just like, you know, the thing your family does. You don't get a lot of choice around it. It just, you go to church whether you want to or not. And then I feel like that was more in the later elementary years when I do feel like I really, you know, got to start choosing that. So in 7th grade, I would say was more of a doubting time. We were learning about evolution, and of course I'd heard about evolution before, but I'd never learned about it in depth, and I don't know, just some of the thoughts that came up were just simply like, is God real, you know, and a lot of whys as well, like, why would things happen this way, and why would God put us through hardship if he is who he is type thing. But it's hard to have faith and believe in something that you can't see. And so I definitely felt lonely, like when you have felt God by your side and then all of a sudden you doubt it and it doesn't feel like he's there anymore, like that's quite hard. You feel quite lonely and just hopeless, like what if he isn't real? What if there isn't a heaven to look forward to? Sophomore year, I found out that I have OCD. It was something that I'd been struggling with, and OCD makes you doubt things, and so I was then doubting God and my religion, and so it was quite hard. There was definitely a time of waiting where it was like, okay, I'm not feeling it like I used to. He must not be real then. It's just like that hopeless feeling coming back again. During the season that I was really struggling, I was still having to serve in Up Street once a month. Even though I was doubting, I was still having to teach these little kids about God, and I was serving while doubting God. And so I was like, should I even be here right now? Like, even like doubting myself, like, am I gonna be teaching these kids right? And like all that stuff. But I look back and just love knowing that like he was there with me that whole time. When you start doing the actions and listening to worship music again, reading the Bible, praying, it slowly starts to come back. And I started going to Bible study at my school, and that was amazing, just to like feel surrounded by people who were also believing in the same God as you. And by the end of it, I was enjoying reading the Bible again and praying to God and listening to worship music and wanting to do those things. And it, you know, when it's something you want to do, it takes it to a whole different level. Like, yeah, I want to follow God, and it, you know, helps you get out of that doubting time. Growing up in a Christian home, it wasn't like, oh, this is the turnover, I now believe and now I'm going to be baptized. It was just like, oh, I know I'm going to be baptized, but I don't know when. And I just feel ready now, and I feel like serving really helped with that. Like, I absolutely love telling others about it, and it's like, that's what Jesus did, and that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm excited to see what God has planned and what he's gonna use me for the rest of my life. And I know that life isn't gonna be easy forever, and that there's always gonna be some struggles, but I know that I have learned now to lean on him instead of, you know, trying to handle things without him. We're not made to handle things without him in this life. I would definitely like to thank my mom for starting my faith journey from such a young age and just really being the rock that gets us all to church, and my dad for just being who he is and being able to lighten up a room, whether I'm going through hard times or it's just highlights. He's always there to support me and just have fun while doing so. And I would like to thank Amber for allowing me to grow in my leading journey, and I just appreciate it so much. And I would also like to thank Rochelle for being pivotal in my faith journey. My name is Berklie Shepherd, and I am excited to be baptized and follow Jesus for the rest of my life.
I love that Berklie this morning came in. She's like, "Are you doing the one with outtakes?" Because we got a copy of the video that has outtakes on it as well. And Erin does incredible work, and but she loved all the funny stuff in there too. So we might post that one later. We'll see. Berklie, watching that video, there's so much that I love about it. One of the key points, and I think that there's a lot of adults that never get to this spot. And that is when you don't feel it, you still make the decision to follow through. And that is so hard. And yet that is a decision that makes all of the difference. And if you continue to do that in your life, every single step where I know this is the step I should take, but I'm afraid, or I don't feel it, or somebody else said something and makes me question it. If you follow what you believe that God has laid out for you, you're going to continue to become the person that he created you to be. And what we get to celebrate right now is not just the moment that you are a daughter of God. It's the decision that you recognize that you've already been a daughter of God the whole entire time, that he's called you his own. And that today we get to celebrate that choice that you've made. And I'm so excited to baptize you. First of all, in the name of the Father who loves you, the Son who died for you, and the Holy Spirit that lives in you. There's a standing ovation.